Trojaning Progressive and Bank of America. This one here should go pretty well. I just rewrote it today to run on Debian in case you're done messing with Kali like I am, although the older Kali version is still available if you want it. The only trick on Debian is you have to install a few things. ADB comes in as Android Tools ADB. This is how you get APK tool. That should say APK tool. And here's how you get the default JDK that includes jar signer. Anyway, you have to I discovered that this will not load with wget for some reason on Android, probably because of something to do with TLS version, so I turned off checking the certificate and that made it work. Bitbucket must not have the right version of HTTPS that it expects or something. Anyway, all right. So then you can just install the Progressive app, and it's best if you use my old archived copy. When I tried to use the latest Progressive app, it didn't work very well. They finally changed some of this code, so it's harder to find it. If you use the old kind, this will run through just as expected. You can pull it from the phone. You can unpack it with APK tool. You can grep for password to find strings that lines of code that use password. And you find this thing called loginviewModel.smalley, and you can just edit that. And in here, you can search for login online account, and that function contains code that manipulates the password. So you just go down here and insert some Trojan code, and this is the Trojan code that puts variables in the log. And so it defines a label, Trojan, stealing progressive credentials, and then it prints the label and value v2 and the label and value v3, and that is the username and the password. You can see this right up here. This one is the username, which it moves into v2, and here's the password, which it moves into v3. So you add this code, and then you rebuild the app, make a certificate, and sign it with these Java commands. Then you have to uninstall the original app because the new app does not have the same signature and will not be recognized as an update. And then you can install the new app. And when you monitor the log, you'll see usernames and passwords you type in will appear here. The only thing I noticed different today is that it does say when you open it, say you're using an old version, would you like to update the app? And you can say no, and of course you do have to say no, because if you update it, it'll go back to the genuine app. Anyway, and then you can do the same thing with Bank of America. So it works pretty well, and it works fine on Debian alone. You don't really need Kali. The only problem is installing this stuff, and Java is always a pain. This technique does work pretty well right now for Java, but they constantly change it and often fail to update the path and stuff, so Java tends to be the problem. But right now, just installing the default JDK is good enough to get the Java apps we need. All right, so I'm going to stop that one.